what's your name?
Jordan Booth.
Jordan Booth, thanks for talking to me. Here you go. You're a school teacher. All right? You ask the class, what's 2 plus 2? Jimmy raises a hand and says, it's 3. And you reply, hey, Jimmy, you got it 75% right. Good job. Or do you say, wrong?
I mean, I was raised with an iron fist, so I probably would say, like, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong, and then show him the right answer. And
Fair enough.
Hopefully, like, give him a little confidence of, like, oh, next time he'll get it better instead of the previous.
Cool. Have you experienced teachers or things in life that have treated you softer than maybe you could handle?
Yeah, because I did, like, FYFL, which is a football league in Fallon, and they treat you, like, pretty soft when you're little.
Yeah.
Like, everyone gets a trophy. And then you go to real life, and it's like no one gets a trophy, and so it's like I think you're missing the idea of what.
Sure. In regards to reality, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so to tell me this, do you happen to know where the self-esteem movement came from? The beginnings of it?
No, I have no idea.
I'll educate you. You
Okay.
ready? We're at college after all, so check this out.
Okay.
Self-esteem movement came from modern psychology, and what they decided was kids were in the 60s and 70s ODing, drinking, driving, and crashing in the car, and suicide started hit the rise, and teenage pregnancy. So what was happening is really risky lifestyle choices was increasing past the 60s, basically with the free love movement and so on and so forth. So they thought, you know what, if young people felt better about themselves, they would make better choices.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. 40, or how many years later, do you think that's true? What's the evidence say today?
Oof. I would say when you feel better about yourself, you do make more brighter decisions because I feel like your confidence is a little higher. But then again, since you have like an overly confident, you might screw up and fall and do like some dangerous thing like, oh, I can handle it, but then you like break an arm or break your back.
Yeah. So without really knowing the statistics, in the last 40 years, have teenage suicide, drinking and driving, overdose, drug use, has that increased or decreased? Because I mean, the goal was to have them make less dangerous decisions. How did they do in that realm?
I know that topic has been more publicized. English is not my first language. I'm just kidding. So I hear about it more, but I don't. I would say it's decreased because my grandfather was like a Vietnam War veteran and stuff, and he was talking about like all the stuff that was happening.
Sure.
And it seemed like it was a little bit more back then. So I'd say it decreased, but it's definitely a better known topic now today than before.
I appreciate you reasoning through the fact that we're hearing it more, but per capita it actually is increased.
Oh, really?
Yeah, evidence said that it's actually increased. And you hit it right. You're a good thinker because you hit it right. You actually said that because they felt better about themselves, they had confidence. Now it's the confidence, well, drinking and driving is a problem, but it won't happen to me. I won't crash.
Right.
That false sense of indestructibility built on the fact that they feel so good about themselves actually increased dangerous behavior.
So do you think there's like a fine line between being overly confident and have like no self-esteem at all, and we gotta try to find like that middle line?
Yeah, and I think the fine line is called truth. Right?
That just hits hard.
Boom. So brings me to the next question. Would you be offended if I called you a liar and a thief?
I would say, why do you believe that? Like, what's your proof? Like, do you have any way of believing that, or do you just like assume that I'm a thief and a liar?
I'm assuming you're a thief. There's no doubt because we just met moments ago. But here's the next question. Is it true?
I would say no.
Have you ever told a lie?
Of course, I've told the white lies. Like my mama said, oh, do I look good in this dress? Yeah, mama, you look amazing. And then she goes out, you're like, you damn liar, I look terrible. I was like, I was just trying to help you out here, mama, damn.
Check this out though. No, we're not talking white lies. We're talking just regular lies. And how many lies do you have to say before I can call you a liar?
I don't really think there's a known number, but if I was to guess, I would say like 5.
Okay, let me word it this way. How many lies have you told? You can't recall, can you?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Have you taken something even though it wasn't, even though it was small a long time ago in the past? Have you ever taken something that wasn't yours?
Yes.
Are you a liar and a thief?
Yes.
That's the truth. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if the truth can help us.
Okay.
Okay. I just shared 2 of the 10 commandments.
Yeah.
Right? In addition to lying. There's also about stealing, about
Mhm.
honoring your mother and father, looking lustfully at women, is adultery in the heart.
Yeah.
There's these commands given to Moses, right,
Mm-hmm.
from God. They showed up in the Old Testament. They, of course, are something that Christians look at also.
Yeah.
So this is the law of the Lord, and this is what he would do to measure our life, right? It's kind of like a mirror,
Yeah.
right? You would look and see how you're doing, and what's the truth of the matter is, you're in trouble if God's going to judge us based on those lies. Is justice a part of love?
I would say yes.
Yeah. I mean, who wants Hitler to be in heaven?
Not a lot of people. I
wouldn't think
I
a
would
lot of
assume
people.
so.
I wouldn't assume so, right?
Yeah.
Let's play the Hitler card. Everybody does. So check this out. If God gave us the Ten Commandments as
Okay.
some kind of a mirror to measure our lives,
Yeah.
when you stand before God, is he giving you heaven or hell?
If we're going just based on the Ten Commandments, then I don't think most people would go to heaven. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't. If I just followed the Ten Commandments, I would not be going to heaven because they broke some of those. But
Yeah.
I
And-
believe if you ask for forgiveness and you realize that you have sinned and you come to terms with it and you try to better yourself every day, then God should see, well, God would see that you're trying to better yourself, even though you might fall on your face a couple times, that you're just trying to be a better person in the end.
Let's look at the principle of judiciary, right?
Yeah.
Justice. If you're a bank robber, I'm not accusing you of a bank robber. I don't have any
It's
evidence.
fine.
If I'm just a liar and a thief, I stop there. Okay, let's say pretend you're a bank robber. You're standing before the judge. They
Mhm.
got video surveillance. They got DNA evidence. You're busted. You're so
Yeah.
guilty. And you turn around and say, hey, judge, I've learned that bank robbing's wrong. I'll never do it again. I'm improving. I'm getting better. Why don't you just not put me in jail? Would that be a good line of logic in regards to going to jail or not?
I don't think so, because you still got to do your time.
That's right. See, transgressions or sins or law breaking costs. There's a payment. You have to pay for your crimes. And that's what Christ did on the cross. Christ
Yeah.
came, lived a sinless, perfect life, and was punished in our place. So when we look at actually standing before God, if we don't trust what Christ did on the cross, we're in a world of hurt. We can't reason with God and say, hey, look, I was improving, and then I got hit by a car.
Yeah.
You have to have a solid, a firm foundation of being reconciled before a holy, just God who will judge each and every one of us. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Hey, do you have a church background or anything like that?
Yeah, I was raised in a Baptist church.
In a Baptist church? Cool.
Mhm.
So you've heard kind of this before?
Yeah, I mean, the things you were saying, I was like, oh, it brings me back to Sunday school and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
So that's why I was like, oh, I don't know.
Are
what
you,
you're
are you
talking
going to church here in Reno now that, so you grew up in Fallon, right? So now you're
Yeah.
in UNR. Are you going to church here?
about. Some weekends I'll go to church, but it's not like every weekend.
Sure. What church you go to?
I don't even know what it's called.
There's one in town called Livingstone's I think you'd enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't go there. I'm actually from Lake Tahoe.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
But check it out.
Yeah.
And so if what I said makes sense, this is what you probably learned in Sunday school.
Mhm.
What God invites us to do is repent and trust what Christ did on the cross.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Check this out. What time is purple? This thing is great. I'm going to give your friends a couple too.
Oh, okay.
It's a great book to read, and I'm hoping that you maybe take this opportunity to get serious about that faith you have. All right?
Okay.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
Awesome, dude. You did great. You're a good thinker. You'll go far.
Only if the teachers knew that. I'm just kidding.
Well, learning to think, I think, with the self-esteem movement, I think people are being indoctrinated in our school systems. They're not learning to think.
Yeah.
And that's what that book's about is learning how to critically think and stuff.
Okay.
So, cool. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thank you.